Everything you've been told about the Great Pyramid of Giza is technically a lie. We call it the largest on Earth, but if you took the Great Pyramid of Egypt and dropped it right here, in the middle of Mexico, it wouldn't just be smaller, it would be swallowed whole. You aren't looking at a mountain, you're looking at 4.45 million cubic meters of ancient masonry, hiding in plain sight. And the weirdest part, the people who built it claimed they weren't even human. Right in the heart of Mexico stands this ancient marvel, more than 2,000 years old. It towers massively, even dwarfing Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza. This is the Great Pyramid of Cholula, a gigantic structure almost completely hidden beneath what looks like an ordinary mountain. It was built inside a mystery. Legend credits this incredible engineering feat to a mythical race of giants who once roamed Mexico centuries ago. This colossal monument stretches roughly 1,500 feet wide and rises to about 220 feet tall. Beneath its surface hides a maze of tunnels stretching nearly 5 miles. It is the largest pyramid ever built by volume, and some even call it the largest monument ever created by human hands. The temple complex holds many distinct structures, each packed with unique historical, archaeological, and spiritual significance. Among the biggest are La Conejera, the Pyramid of the Painted Skulls, and the Pyramid of the 9 Stories. Beyond these central structures, you find courtyards, altars, outbuildings, and decorative surfaces that once featured vibrant murals painted by ancient Mesoamerican cultures, colorful calls for goodwill and fortune from the gods. Astonishingly, most of the pyramid was built from adobe bricks, a mix of mud, sand, and straw hardened in the sun. Mexico's dry climate helped preserve these materials, keeping them strong and solid for thousands of years. Some researchers believe the Great Pyramid of Cholula isn't one single structure, but actually a series of 6 or more pyramids stacked on top of one another. Each layer represents the work of a different civilization, built not to replace the earlier ones, but to protect and honor them. For centuries, archaeologists, explorers, and anthropologists have worked to uncover the secrets buried inside this monument. They have peeled back layer after layer of its construction in search of answers. Yet, despite all their efforts, no clear consensus exists about who originally built it. Aztec mythology speaks of a race of colossal beings known as the Kinametzin, giants said to tower far above normal human height. Some accounts claim they stood over 10 feet tall and weighed more than 600 pounds. According to Aztec lore, these giants lived during an age known as the Sun of Rain. Their downfall came when they failed to honor the gods. Divine punishment arrived in the form of a catastrophic flood that wiped them out. One giant, named Xelhua, was said to have survived by climbing nearby Mount Tlaloc. After the waters receded, he supposedly built the Great Pyramid of Cholula to appease the gods and stop another disaster. According to legend, he later became revered as one of 7 giants connected to different parts of the Milky Way. These stories fascinated Spanish missionaries who later arrived in the Americas. They reported hearing tales of enormous buildings and a race of giant people. Spanish chronicler Andrés de Olmos described large bones believed to belong to giants. One bone was said to be part of a giant's foot, with toes the size of a human palm. However, modern science has never found credible evidence of giant humans. The large bones described by the Spanish were most likely fossils of prehistoric animals. Do you think the Spanish really found giant bones? Or were they just dinosaur fossils? Let me know what you think down below. Much of the Great Pyramid of Cholula was later used by the Aztecs, a powerful Mesoamerican civilization that thrived between the 12th and 16th centuries. Their capital was Tenochtitlan, located in present-day Mexico City. The Aztec Empire developed complex political systems, multi-ethnic cities, and sophisticated economies. By the standards of the post-classic period, they were technologically and culturally advanced. Their society included nobles, warriors, farmers, and slaves, and their temples played central roles in religious life. The Great Pyramid of Cholula became an important spiritual center. The Aztecs practiced polytheism and are well known for performing human sacrifices, offering blood and human hearts to their gods. While serving as an active religious site, the pyramid also kept evolving. Built over many phases across more than 1,000 years, it eventually became the largest pyramid ever constructed by volume. The earliest sections of the pyramid predate the Aztecs, with construction likely beginning around 300 BC. Who started this enormous project, and whether they envisioned its final scale, remains unknown. At the beginning of the 16th century, Spanish conquistadors led by Hernán Cortés entered Aztec territory. Exhausted from long campaigns and weakened by hunger and disease, they pushed toward Cholula, which Cortés described as the most beautiful city outside Spain. The city was largely unprepared for conflict. Many believed their gods would protect them. They were wrong. On October 12, 1519, Spanish forces entered Cholula. Over the next 3 hours, a brutal massacre killed approximately 3,000 people, roughly 10% of the city's population. Afterward, the conquistadors looted religious artifacts and valuables, yet the Great Pyramid itself was initially overlooked. Covered in vegetation and over 1,000 years old, it appeared to be nothing more than a hill. How the pyramid became so buried remains debated. The most widely accepted explanation suggests gradual burial caused by floods, volcanic ash, and plant growth. Another theory proposes the Aztecs may have intentionally covered it to protect it from the Spanish. The Spanish conquest ultimately destroyed much of Aztec civilization, leaving behind only fragments of their temples, ruins, and cultural legacy. After securing the region, the Spanish discovered tunnels inside the pyramid and began exploring its internal layers. In a symbolic display of conquest and religious dominance, they built a colonial city at Cholula. They constructed numerous churches, one for every day of the year. Most notably, a church dedicated to the Virgin Mary was built directly on top of the pyramid. It remains there today. Because of this, the site continues to hold religious significance and attracts many pilgrims each year. Some consider it one of the longest continuously used religious sites in the world. In the 19th century, German explorer Alexander von Humboldt described it as the greatest, most ancient, and most celebrated of all pyramidal monuments. Excavations have revealed ancient murals, including depictions of the feathered serpent deity Quetzalcoatl, suggesting the pyramid may once have been dedicated to this god. Archaeologists have also discovered more than 400 burials dating to the Aztec period. Many show evidence of ritual sacrifice. In one excavation known as the Courtyard of Altars, the remains of 8 individuals, including children, were found buried inside ceramic vessels. These are believed to have been offerings to the rain god, possibly during a drought. Today, approximately 220,000 visitors travel to the site each year. Many explore the tunnels carved through this enormous structure. Despite its immense size and historical importance, the Great Pyramid of Cholula remains far less famous than many other pyramids around the world. Research continues, making it one of the largest archaeological investigations of a pyramid in the Americas. And even now, the Great Pyramid of Cholula continues to guard many of its secrets. But what happens when a mountain appears to be a monument, yet science claims it's a natural nightmare? From the jungles of Mexico, we're headed to the frozen wilderness of northern Russia, to a place where trees twist in mid-scream and stones balance on impossible legs. Click the video on your screen to uncover the chilling mystery of Votovara, the Death Mountain.